Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, Fernanda's radio show is a hit. One could say that the ratings are killer. But all of a sudden, her stories seem to be a little bit more real. Tonight's movie, Satanic Attraction.
To another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Unchained from the Content Nazis! Episode number 29! Oh my goodness, we are so close to the end. So close to the end. Coming off of last night's kind of disappointing Hell High, I thought, you know what? I am going to watch another movie by that director, the director of Ritual of Death, Fauzi Mansur. I think Fauzi Mansur, I don't know. Anyways, and this was actually his first foray into the art of horror movies. And honestly, checking his IMDb, these are the two movies he made in the horror genre. And honestly, he didn't really do anything else until 2011, according to IMDb, and that was a romantic comedy. And so, yeah, he took like an 11-year hiatus after Ritual of Death, which was great. I liked that movie a lot. But his first movie, the movie we're reviewing tonight, I can definitely tell that he grew in his art with this last horror movie. So, tonight's movie, Satanic Attraction. Ooh, so what is this movie about? Well, my God, it's bad. So, it starts off with a evil satanic ritual bonding two siblings, twins, a boy and a girl, bonding them to this cult. Apparently their parents gave them to the cult so that they can maintain their financial footing, because there was a recession or depression going on in their land. And so fast forward, we get a radio disc jockey. She is known for coming up with these very macabre stories that she would relay over the air. Well, this time the story that she's talking about is about a man obsessed with resurrecting his dead sister, and he would do so by killing beautiful young ladies and then draining them of their blood and pouring it upon the grave, and that would rejuvenate the sister. Well, apparently this tale is no tale, because it is true. When the murders start becoming reality, the police are beginning to suspect that something might not be right with the radio station. And the woman, who is actually trying to write different copy, but for some reason, when she's typing it on a typewriter, paint would fall on it, ruining the copy, or she would have the copy ready and then the wind would blow it into a cabinet, and then the cabinet would be locked and she can't get it, and so she has to improvise. But apparently some connection that is never explained, has her have these visions of this murderous rampage. And, well, will she be able to survive? Will she be able to prove that she's not the one killing all these people? Will the cops actually care? I don't know. We will find out when we watch it. But let's get to those scores, shall we? Violence and gore, I am giving it a 3.5 out of 5. It is definitely not as gory and violent as as Ritual of Blood. However, there is quite a lot of blood in this, buckets of blood, literally buckets of blood in this movie. And we do have a decapitation, which is always a kudos. There's this really nasty kill where he kills this woman she's in a hammock. He just goes from underneath with a scimitar, for, of all things, a freaking scimitar. Anyways, he's just like, then guts and shit just pouring out. So that was pretty cool. Once again, there was a decapitation. There's a scene where this woman is in the bathtub, and apparently he put razor blades in her soap. And so as she was soaping herself, the soap would kind of get eaten away, and then the razor blades would start cutting her skin. And I know she's been drinking, and it was shown that she was drunk at the time, but I don't know, after a couple swipes, I think I'm never that drunk where I won't realize that I'm getting razors cutting through my flesh. But whatever. Anyways, and then she gets a hatchet right in the noggin, which was pretty neat. But 3.5 out of 5. Honestly, the best part of the movie was the violence. Let's get on to shock value. 0.5 out of 5. Really not much going on there, scare-wise. Maybe a bit of some of the gore, maybe a little shocking, but not much else is going on. Plot, one of the sad parts of this, 1 out of 5. So, apparently, this guy is the brother of the guy trying to resurrect his sister was the kids that were pledged to each other in that satanic ritual from before. But for some reason, she ended up dying, and so he's trying to bring her back with that blood, because not only does he just have like a brotherly love for his sister, no, he's got an incestuous love for his sister. So, we go straight from, regular, family ties to incest, and because they're twins, so it's twincest, and it's also necro-twincest because she's technically dead, and he loves her and trying to bring her back. I mean, there is a part where he actually has sex with her, and she doesn't seem to be enjoying it very much. So, I don't know, maybe she killed herself to get away from her incestuous brother. I'm just saying, I don't know. They never explain how she actually died, but apparently he is being manipulated to do this by the cult. For what gain? I don't know. They never really say anything. In fact, I'm going to spoil part of the movie because honestly, you're probably never going to watch this film anyways. But if you care, stop listening until I give you the thumbs up. The cult is actually, the man behind the cult is actually in charge of the radio station, and so somehow he's channeling the murder through her with her visions and stuff like that. But it doesn't seem like to make any sense, except maybe it's a ratings boom, and therefore he wants to make some money off of this, but it really never explicitly, laid out in the plot anywhere in the storyline. Why exactly is the cult doing this? To what benefit, except maybe to get viewers on the radio station, but I don't see how that long term does anything for the cult. I don't know. It's weird. And I said viewers, I meant listeners. But yeah, so it's definitely a strange plot that just doesn't seem to make any sense when you think about it, and the movie just ends up being pointless. So yeah, I'm thumbs upping because I'm done with the spoilers. It's nonsensical. The ending is weird and stupid, and yeah, I know that they had this pregnant woman who was a reporter, and they wanted to make sure people knew she was pregnant, but she's running around, wearing just like a bikini top, basically, and having her pregnant belly out. They could have just said something. She could have worn some, but she's just running around with her belly out there. And just, I don't know. Maybe that's what they do in Brazil. I don't know. But man, that's just weird. So, 1 out of 5 for plot. Acting, oh my god, it's bad. 1 out of 5. The cult leader has no personality whatsoever. He just, he's just reading his lines. He's like, no, the radio show will go on today. Oh, you need more blood to satisfy the ritual. I don't know. It's really bad. It's bad. I mean, I'm giving it a 1 because there were performances that were alright for the most part. I mean, I could stand the performance of some of the detectives and, of course, the woman, the disc jockey. She was fine. Everyone else, not so good. Anyway, so 1 out of 5. Nudity, 0.5 out of 5. You got that brief bathing scene and a small shot of a nipple after I guess Fernanda is the name of the disc jockey. She ends up having some sex with one of the detectives, and there's a brief nipple, but that's about it. Nothing much. 0.5 out of 5. Enjoyment factor, it's only a 2 out of 5. Look, I enjoyed the kills. It definitely ramps up towards the end in the violence factor. But honestly, it's just not enough. The plot is just bad. It's so slow, and you're just trying. It's weird, and that's good, and you're interested to see where things are gonna go. But ultimately, in the end, they just go weird into pointlessness, and it feels like the whole thing just was just rather unremarkable. So yeah, 2 out of 5. My overall impression is 2 out of 5. It is a mess of a movie that definitely could use a better script with a more coherent plot that makes more sense, and something more believable. Because I just believe that they will have these kids in their cult and they will just do nothing with them except, now you need to kill a bunch of people to resurrect her. For what point? I don't know. I mean, for the brother, the point was to have her so that he could have sex with her and stuff like that. But I don't know what the cult was using them for. I mean, I just don't know. It just seems weird that they would even give a crap and orchestrate this stuff. I don't know. Anyways, but that's it. So, yeah, 2 out of 5. That averages out to a 1.5 out of 5. Very disappointing. But then again, it was his first foray, and you definitely see some growth going from that to Ritual of Death. And honestly, it's kind of sad that he didn't go on and do anything more in the horror genre, because I saw the growth, I saw the improvements. He definitely had a better story. He definitely had more gore, better special effects, and same garbage acting, of course. But I mean, he could have continued to grow and would have had much greater things. But sadly, no. But hey, you know what? I think it was worth it to visit his 2 movies. I probably should have done Satanic Attraction first and then watched Ritual of Death. So if you're going to watch these movies, definitely watch Satanic Attraction first and then Ritual of Death, because Ritual of Death is far superior to this movie. Anyway, so that is it. Episode 29 is in the books. And tell me what you think. Have you seen Satanic Attraction? If you have, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you understand what's going on in this movie. You leave a comment. Tell me about what I've missed, or whether or not you agree with me. Maybe you do agree with me and you just think, yeah, it's a mess of a movie, but whatever. There's some fun kills in there. But that will do it. Subscribe, comment, like, ring the bell, yada yada, boo-ba, blah blah blah. And I will see you next time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, if I can survive just 2 more episodes after night. 2 more episodes. I don't know. I am definitely fading. But, yeah. I will see you guys later. And remember, Internet, stay scary. And, yeah, if your parents are taking you to like this satanic ritual thing, just run away. It's time to run away. I mean, obviously, one of your siblings is probably going to end up wanting to have sex with you, and you're probably going to be the one that ends up dead and having to like be bloodbathed back to life. And that just seems like a lot of trouble. So, yeah, I'd say run away at that point. Yeah. Blah.